Jim Davis securing yet another victory here. Yep. Out of the way, boys. Jim's in town.
All right, what's up, folks? Welcome back. We're getting into our Worlds prep. This is a big one here. And, of course, real big thing. Wait, there's no beans in this deck? Wait, what? Where are they? Am I blind? Okay, there's no beans in this deck. I was going to talk about how important beans into Overlord is, but this deck is not playing beans, which is interesting. It did well in a league at 5-0'd. More removal spells. I guess it's better it's aggro in that regard, but no beans and no binding. Sure. I guess cutting binding makes beans bad too. All right, sure. Interesting. So this deck is in the Overlord of the Hauntwoods kind of domainy space. Not playing binding, which is interesting because binding is awkward for the games you don't have Overlord without the triomes. And it makes the mana bases really, really awkward. So no bindings, no means no beans. Still Herd Migration, which is still Mana Fixer, which is good with Analyze the Pollen. I don't know. This deck's kind of crazy, but I'm actually just stunned to see no binding or beans. Zer's also good with binding as well, too. So, hey, this was 5-0'd. We're going to play it. And it is doing some pretty cool things. Kaya, Intangible Slayer is a big one. And, of course, the ability to Invasion of Tolvada. There's a bunch of Surveil lands in here. So you just randomly hit a big thing, bring it back, which is kind of cool. Also, got the one Jace, which you can recur, which is kind of nice as well. Analyze the Pollen. I don't know. Again, so no beans, no binding. Let's give it a spin, all right? So let's try it out and see what the big deal is. Brought to you by Team JB Hobbies, my homegrown sponsor. One of my mods runs a really, really awesome game store, and these things are freaking awesome, folks. The holidays are coming up. It's hard to think of a better, more creative present than these things, all right? From little tabletop puzzles to big, full-on escape rooms in a box. These things are just really, really cool. It's really awesome stuff. Handcrafted, high quality, very impressive. Check them out, teamjbhobbies.com. Use promo code JIM5 for 5% off your order on teamjbhobbies.com and buy that gift for the one you like or love, or even your enemies too. Buy enemies, gifts, enemies, gift for your enemies too. It's cool. Chat, coming out with me. All right, so we got Pollen attracts a Sunfall, no white. Pollen can get planes, obviously, but shouldn't keep this, though. Sure, we'll get a white. A lot of Surveils to fix our stuff, so. Intrigued by trending Jeskai control deck with Zurgo and Ojutai. I have not seen that at all, so. All right, Bin the Angel. We drew a planes, which is good, so now we have access to double white for Sunfall. Red, green, go. There is like a sneak attack kind of deck, which would probably be pretty good against us. So let's Analyze the Pollen first, then Surveil. Get a planes. Get a planes. And then Sewers. Surveilling a Cavern Soul. Ship that one too. So I'm going to assume this is like a red-green Smuggler Surprise deck. Which honestly is pretty good against the domain decks. They have this kind of combo kill with the horse and the red Overlord. We draw Anoint. Yeah, we just frill back the Overlord next turn, I guess. Sewers, Virtue of Persistence. Ship it, I guess. Here is Roxanne Starfall Savant. Also a good card. We're lacking a green. I could name Dinosaur, I guess, but this seems really bad for us. Like, we are completely not interacting in any way. Yeah. So also if I Cavern on Dinosaur to frill back, I can't Sunfall. Yeah, we're just getting surprised here, I think. It's not going to be much of a surprise, obviously, but yeah. I think I might just play Frillback as a 3/3 just to block the Roxanne. Yeah. So, like, at least it decentivizes Roxanne from attacking. And then we have Sunfall next turn. That's turn behind the Overlord, though. There's definitely sort of like a rock, paper, scissors happening in Standard, right? Where it's like the ramp domain decks are really good against the mid-rangey decks. And then there are some combo-y decks that are good against the domain deck. And the aggro decks are also in the equation, too. All right, so they should have so much mana. All right. We draw an Edict. Sure. I mean, we're not going to Sunfall just the... Alright, we're just going to play Land Edict them, I guess. So you go. Blast Zone. Pyroclasm. The combo for them is they play Smuggler Surprise, which can put 2 creatures into play and give them hexproof. And you put in Calamity the Horse and a Red Overlord or a Terror of the Peaks. Crew attack, and you just like fireball your opponent out. And then the hexproof clause on Smuggler Surprise means you can't interact with Gruul either. And there it is. So they're, for some reason, not using the extra 1 mana hexproof clause, which is odd. We're just going to eat it because they have little choice anyway, so remove their choices, non-token creature. So they are looking at the top 4. They found a Calamity. Yeah, we're probably just dead here. Oh, is Cassie napping?
Can you drink? No.
Drink is good, yeah. For my drinks, please. So yeah, here's the combo. So they have Terror Peaks and Calamity. For some reason, they just didn't spend the mana. The whole point of the combo is that this card has Hexproof Indestructible for 1 extra mana. They didn't spend it, so if I had a kill spell here that can kill these or Binding, I would just break the combo up, which is weird. They just didn't do that, but here's a combo. So, hi, Karn. That's your butt, Karn. So Terror Peaks, Fireball, and it kills you without even needing to deal combat damage. That's the idea. So we're gonna bring in our negates. Maybe the Zur to be a little more aggressive, and then I guess Timebinder works too, right? It's up saddle. We got to cut all the clunky stuff. So his virtues are gone. His anoints are gone. Throwback seems pretty good too. Sunfall is like, sure. Just want to keep in like the Kayas are pretty bad here. We just like tap out and whatever. We just want threats that are cheaper, I guess. Anoint Virtue, Cease Desist can destroy all artifacts and enchantments. Kind of cool against their like meteorites and stuff. Destroys our stuff too, though. Maybe a 3rd Angel. Life gain is relevant as far as keep us alive, so. Jace is also not great here. Let's bring the 4th Angel. Let's try this. This seems like a pretty bad matchup for us, so. Alright, so play first. Graveyard Hate also doesn't work against their Smuggler Surprises because the mill, you choose a card from each card's milled. Even the Resting Place in play, you still get the cards. So, this hand's pretty bad. Or a mulligan. Alright. I mean, yeah, we're going to keep this. Ship Atraxa. I mean, Zur is a pretty cool one. Zur plus Overlord. Lots of taplands. A lot of awkward mana. Hi, Karn. Yes, I have pizza in my lap. Aww. Alright, so Mortuary. Sunfall, Bennett. Evasive Telvada is really cool. It was really cool in that black-white Nexus deck that I built. That deck was never good enough. No name reset, thanks so much. Sorry, Karn, there's a hat in your bed. They mill over a Glimpse the Core. Very, very odd, because this is like the only good 2-drop in the whole deck. So that must mean they either have all lands or don't have a second land. I already have one of these. All right, so Mortuary again, looking for an untapped land. We don't find one. Say go. Karn, you're cut off, man. You're on the edge of the bed. I gotta improve Karn Cam. Mostly by getting a better dog. Ha 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 ha! I made fun of you, Karn. Here's Copperline Gorge. And they already had Glimpse Core, sure, so that makes sense. So, did we just bottom one of those? Come on. All right, so we're gonna migration for a Plains, I guess. I'm kidding. A green man suit for dog? Well, that wouldn't work. That would be the opposite of Karn Cam. That would be no Karn Cam. Which might be an improvement. Ah! I'm dogging the dog. He's getting pizza crust later. I don't want to hear it, all right? All right, so here's Overlord of their own. So we get to Overlord 2. We're building up to a Azure on the Overlord. Cards I'm hoping show up in Pioneer Masters. Every card necessary to make Pioneer on Arena, basically. You know? Alright, so here's a Carnosaur. Cascading into a Terror of the Peaks. Alright, that's probably game. If we Zur, we can't even activate it. We're mana short of casting Overlord. I think we're just dead. Honestly. We could frill back, kill the Overlord, gain 4 life. I suppose. I don't know if it matters or not, though. We have white, blue, no double white for this. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could just Overlord double block. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Overlord, make 2 tokens, threaten double blocks in the Terror Peaks. Say go. Probably dead.
Good old rock. Nothing beats that.
Yikes. Well, they drew pretty well out of their mulligan, that's for damn sure. Yeah, they also hit insanely. Hitting 5 drops on Carnosaur is like the stones. They could easily hit like Glimpse the Cores or Smuggler Surprises or whatever else. What are you gonna do? All right, what are you gonna do? We're just dead. Yeah, whatever. We're just we just can't win this game. I mean, I guess we could draw exactly Sunfall. So sure. We boarded out a Sunfall. All right, yeah, it's game. All right. Again, these Smuggler Surprise decks are very good against these Domainy decks. It's kind of what they prey on, and we just got preyed on hard, so. All right. Let's see. Did I have fun? Not really. On the play. Ooh, man, Bantron. We actually have full Domain Tron. I'm keeping. On principle. Having one of each basic land in play sounds cool. Right, Karn? Teething Wormlet. Hey! Alright, now we actually have Natural Tron. Alright, well, I'm in for Natural Tron. Tough cookie. Sunfall. Alright, so they have the Zoetic Glyph draw that kind of stinks. We want to set up for double white for our stuff. Let's play a land and say go, I guess. Sentinel of the Nameless City. Sure. That's pretty good for us, actually. Alright. We draw Invasion of Tol Vada with nothing in the graveyard. Interesting. This deck has like 14 scry lands in it if we draw any of them. We're just going to play a land and anoint this thing, I guess. Just say go and just kind of keep on keeping on, you know? You can aerosol the stinky patrons in Card Shop Simulator. That's shitty. That just perpetuates bad stereotypes. That's just a negative overall for the card game community, I think, so. Alright. Sentinel map, we'll just Sunfall. Top card's Ginger Brute. Yeah, I think we're good here, folks. Alright, well, only have enough mana to Archangel once, but... Pretty weird to draw 0 duels, honestly. Like, we really need a dual lands to cast our spells, you know, our double spells, but... Soul Cauldron. That makes our Invasion of Telvada look really, really bad.
Still a piece of garbage.
Atraxa makes our just anything look really, really good, so it's cool. Alright, so let's just cast our Angel. I'm a bad guy. Karn, why are you sleeping with your head off the bed? You want this? Karn found a treat behind that plains. Tough cookie, Surge Engine, sure. What's up, Tanim? We draw a tap land, a mortuary. We can like play the invasion and just attack it. We can't do anything in this turn anyway, and we're never going to be reanimating it, so yeah, sure. I should play this thing for. I'm such an idiot. Ugh. Obviously, they have the cauldron anyway, it doesn't matter, but make them use it at least. Just gonna win the battle, make some tokens, you know. Backside of his card's sweet. Mortuary. Revealing a Backstreet, ship it. Yes, I could have tried to return the Backstreet, and they have to exile it with the Soul Cauldron rather than exile their own stuff. So, very little mild mistake there.
Whoops, whoopsie.
But we're going to cast Trax next turn to win the game anyway, so it doesn't really matter, right? Atraxa is the great fairy godmother. Doesn't matter what you do, as long as you resolve Atraxa and it gets on tap with it. Backstreet, not back.
I bet you weren't expecting that one, God.
Attack for a bunch. We are now somehow below 20 life, if you can believe it. Here's Haywire Might. We draw Kaya, Intangible Slayer. Haywire Might can kill my Broken Sky. That's kind of sad, but... Alright, whatever. Here's Atraxa. Maybe they'll just scoop. Alright, how about Zur? Sheoldred's Edict. Kaya, Invasion, Migration, and Restless Cottage. How about those 6 cards? Is that good enough? Play this. Just gonna attack the invasion, whatever. Make them use their Haywire Might. Probably just playing the Simic Cookies deck. Just like a artifact-based blue-green aggro deck. So NSEP will get a token if they don't use their Haywire Might, which they can obviously do. NBD, we have Atraxa and Archangel they can never win, so... Yeah, this is Ash's like pet deck. Alright, well, I wonder if we'll win the game with our hand being Kaya, Invasion, Edict, Zur, Migration. What do you think, Karn? 5-5. You got it. Wormlet. You got it. Opponent's Trooper. Never mind. All right, so we're going to bring in our Sunfall, our Angels, Cease, Desist to destroy all artifacts and enchantments. This is too expensive, I think. Zur's good, though. Frillback's good. We can cut probably the Jace. We can cut the Kayas. Seem really slow and clunky. The Invasion seem bad. Also, just have main deck. Graveyard removal and... I don't know. This looks pretty good for us. Virtue. Not the Overlord, maybe. Just like kind of whatever. Universes Beyond StarCraft? Sign me up. What a hand. I mean, We have a Surveil, right? Keep mulligan, folks. On the draw against Cookies, got a Surveil and triple frill back. What's Cassian's costume this year? We were Miguel, Hector, and Mama Emeralda from Coco. We did the Disney Halloween party on our trip. So we already have our costumes. We got Snapkeep, Mulligan, Mulligan. We should probably Mulligan. Yeah, no second green's kind of damning. Yeah, sure. We also have no white, so I'll Mulligan. Mulligan into Cavern of Souls, Plains, Uncastables. We can name Avatar, obviously. I think we keep this. Let's try and draw a green source. So let's keep this. Ship Angel. Draw Azure. It's not very good. Cookie. Alright, well, we drew non-land, and now we're dead. So we'll name Avatar. Let's say go. Untap green source, pretty unlikely. And they have the stones in the play. All right, we're just dead. That's fine. Nice fast game. Go to game 3, NBD. Could have gone to 5 there, maybe, but I don't know. So that's fun. On the play.
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
All right, sure. That's better. All right, so we'll keep this. We'll ship the second Cavern of Souls. We have turn 3 Overlord on the play, which is good. We need some colors, though. Sunfall's, like, pretty important, but we don't have double white yet, and, like, we kind of need to make land drops, too. I'm going to ship this. Darth says, in paper, do players need to announce mulligans at the same time? So the person who played first has to announce their mulligan first, and if I mulligan to 7... I start shuffling and ask you if you're keeping your 7. If you keep, okay. If you mulligan, then you don't choose again until I choose to keep 6 or not. Draw Traxa. Top card is Lush Portico. I don't hate Lush Portico here. We can either go Anoint plus Portico or Cavern plus Overlord. Happens the same in Arena, but easy like not to notice. They just say go. So no map, 2 mana up feels kind of counterspelly to me. I think we're pretty happy just to Cavern on Avatar here and cast the Overlord. Overrated movie, cast an Overlord.
Spawn more Overlord.
Leyline discard, show and tell. Other simultaneous choices are simultaneous. You both put the card face down and then reveal. That is not going to work. That's not how the card works. That's not how Cavern of Souls works. That's not how any of this works, all right? Yeah. Map it away. The Overlord. Which Overlord control deck? All of them? All right, so... Still a creature. You are still casting a creature spell. Lush Portico, Anoint. Angel is getting there. Thanks, Karn. Second Cavern on Angel's pretty good. We're going to keep that on top. All right, just take up. Zer's only for Overlords and Virtue. Yes, it's very weird to see this deck with no Beans and no Leylines, but it did well in a challenge, so we're trying it out. All right, so... Still nothing, really. Enduring Curiosity. That card is the stones. Can't anoint that one. We got to kill one of these, though. Unfortunately, we have Angel double shoot next turn, but I just don't want them to draw a card, I don't think. So I can allow them to draw an extra card, or I can just burn my anoint earlier. I am going to let them draw the card. If I can insert one card to standard, what would it be? Tangle Wire. Or Factor Fiction, as per your name. Our Overlord is almost here, which is kind of cool. All right, Angel. Kataki Wars Wage. One more turn on Overlord. I think this card's really good. Like, really, really good. Just a really, really powerful card. Like, it's so funny. Like, if this card was legal 15 years ago, it would have been a 4 of it every control deck. Just, like, play it. Whatever, play it. Like... a Flash Ophidian. You know, like, with a bunch of upside. Here's Surge Engine. Good target for Anoint with Affliction. And they're going to Glyph it? That's a weird play. We draw another Overlord. Sure. Virtue of Persistence. I mean, we're gonna anoint the Surge Engine, I guess, on their turn, so they can't discover. It does play foul to a counterspell, but this Virtue seems meh. Ship that. Hardcasting Overlord and then putting an Overlord into play. This isn't blockable, obviously. It's a lot of Overlords, you know. A lot of mana for Atraxa next turn, too, which is uncounterable. Let's just do that. Just spend our mana. Alright, so no attacks. Actually, I probably should have attacked there, right? I have 2 ground blockers, and this is unblockable anyway. I should have attacked. Alright, so they attack. Unblockable. They draw a card, whatever. 6 cards in hand, but our board is pretty damn beefy, and Atraxa is ready to come down too, so... Here come the sirens! And, okay, sure. And unable to scream the Archangel. Interesting. And map. Okay. Doing lots of things. Do these things matter? I don't know. Here's an Atraxa. Not being able to find binding off Atraxa is pretty tough, too. Alright. Frillback. Edict. Untap land. Sunfall. This is pretty good. I think I just attack. Like, I don't really care if they draw cards. You know, like, we're just kind of, like, doing a lot of really good stuff here, and they're just dead in 2 turns. They're just gonna block. Yeah, they agree, so... Wow. Yeah, there's double chump blocking. It's insane. So... obviously, the Enduring becomes an enchantment, but I can just anoint the Engine or the Siren. If I go to anoint the Engine now, they get to Glyph. If I do it on their turn, I risk them countering it, which is kind of annoying. Oh, I'm sorry. We know their top card's a Soul Cauldron, so now we definitely just do it. Right, so that sounds good. They got Soul Cauldron, whatever. We have 2 good blockers in play. Cauldron's irrelevant for the most part. Get your Everywhere tokens now, folks. Three Spyglass Siren. Powerful. Potent. Can be unblockable too, right? Pick your poison. Sad. Very sad. Depending on Soul Cauldron? I mean, it's a good, like, combo-y card. 1 card left and a Mirrex. We're happily just attacking with our Overlords. We draw an Angel of Wrath. Oh my god. What a draw. Alright, attack step. They're just going to activate Mirrex? Why would they do such a thing? Huh. Okay. Oh, we're on his Death Touch now. I understand. You're right. I didn't count the artifacts in play. That's fine. Whatever, you got me. You tricked me. Maybe we just Sunfall now. They have 1 card. We have 1,000 mana. Frillback can do some other stuff too. 6/5. We can kill the Scream too. Uh, 4, 8, 10, 11 mana. Okay. I think I want to destroy the Unable to Scream. And then I think we'll just anoint the Spyglass Siren. They just allowed me to exile all that. Cool. We just have Edict for the Might, too. Like... Stop pressuring me. Stop pressuring me. Stop pressuring me. Makes me wanna scream. Boom, bam, battle, boom, boom, boom. All right, what do you got, friend? I got 14,000 mana. They got a Mirix. Everywhere you want to be. They're at 3 life, huh? Just 3? Just 3, right? Crank it up. I have a food. Whatever. Here, there, and everywhere. Everywhere's a pretty commonly spoken word in arts and media. All right, your turn. GLHF. Make a Mirix token. They have exiled my Atraxa. This has now all of the activated abilities of Atraxa. Surge Engine, sure. Alright, that's it. Alright, cool. The route is death. Alright, on the flight. Man, sure. Scrylands to the Promised Land. Yeah, it's also like not really on curve either. So like they play Overlord and you're playing like a 2-drop on turn 3 or 4. It's like not great. I think that like conceptually I like the idea. I think I want not blue mana, I want white mana, so worse than Overlord. Okay, Overlord. No. Surveillance, best land since Triumphs? No, not even the best land since Standard. Like, all right. Well, we're green black this game, I guess. They are doing what looks like to be mirror-y stuff. Do they have their Overlord? They do. All right. Well, first player to have an Overlord, pretty good. We have an Atraxa. Our hand is bad. I don't know how to make it any more clear, but our hand's very, very bad. Best lands in Standard? I think probably the fast lands. The Verges are really good. I don't know, honestly. It depends on the deck. Surveillance are obviously nuts in older front fetch lands, but I like Splunking a lot. I'm a big Splunking fan. Oh my god, we're getting crushed. Maybe we should let them go to game 2, let them think they were green-black. We could like probably win this game still, I guess. Yeah, I think scooping is a little too loose, so. All right, yeah, Lush Portico. Top, good game, my friend. Anoint, okay. We have a lot of work to do. Really, the combination of Splunking and that bounce land taps for 2 colorless. Yes, playing Cavern on a on Phyrexia or something like that was a thing that I considered. Yes, if we're gonna pretend for some bad sideboarding. Okay.
Weak-minded will be educated in
I'm weak-minded. They're gonna plus. They're just gonna give me this Jace. Just gonna give me the Jace. Just gonna give it to me. All right, we got a game, folks. Sacrifice a Planeswalker. Invasion of Toll Vada. Honestly, I might just return a land here. Like, otherwise we're doing actual nothing this turn. And getting back a Surveil land is just pretty good. Sets it for Atraxa next turn. Alright. What standard deck would I play at FNM from the decks I played so far? It depends on what you like. It's FNM, you know, just play whatever you think is fun. So far, the invasions have looked pretty bad. Scribe. Cavern of Souls again. Ship that. I mean, we do have 2 Atraxa in our hand, right? Like, we're playing a ton of Surveil lands, so I kind of get it. It's like a fun way to, like, utilize that, but they play Herd Migration. Oh, okay. Well, is that lethal? This is 15. If they kill my Atraxa, they just win. We draw our own Herd Migration. We only have 4 types, though. Wow. So if I play Atraxa, they kill it. They attack for lethal. However, if I find a Sunfall, I can win the game next turn if I can't kill it. It's possible they have rule spells like Anoint and Virtue that can't kill this. 3 cards in hand. What play gives us the best chance to win the game? Migrationing, I guess Migration just buys a lot of time, right? You don't make a land drop too. So we take 9 damage and then just dive in next turn regardless. I mean, just tracks though. I think we're more likely to win this way than we are to win there's Sunfall. All right, well, pretty bad Atraxa actually, but I have enchantment too. Never mind. So if they have like, you know, if their hand is Virtue, Persistence, and you know, a Note with Affliction, Sunfall, whatever, and they can't kill the Atraxa this turn, we untap, probably win. They have the binding, it's fine. So I think our play was to give us the best chance to win. I'm not sad about it. Go to game 2, and just like a rampy mirror, Tiebinder negates, frillbacks. We only have 1 Jace, unfortunately. Kind of stinks. The Annoyance can go. Our Sunfalls. I think having a few Sunfalls is kind of important. The Virtues aren't great either. Even though they're kind of cool to hardcast, they have plenty of answers too, so this is fun. On the play. I mean, that's what surveillance are for, right? I am on AOL Instant Messenger also. That no longer exists, right? Didn't it go dark like somewhat recently? Vaglavoth versus Atraxa. I mean, if you're able to get in play on turn 2 or 3, Vaglavoth is better. Several years ago. Rip aim. F's in chat for AOL Instant Messenger. All right. Aww. Slamp, I'm happy to have you, my friend. I love my farmers only, folks. All right, Portico. The Scrylines give us more looks at Overlord too, which is kind of cool. Your parents still pay for AOL? Is that possible? Still pay for AOL? All right, well, kind of an uneventful draw steps here, even though we milled some stinkers. We drew some more stinkers, so just fire up sewers and look for a good one. Herd migration. That does turn on analyze the pollen. It's kind of cool. So now I can analyze the pollen and search for an overlord. Yeah, I'm in. Do I think Ovi gets the record this year? If not this year, but next year. I think he will definitely get the record, though, 100%. Ovechkin will be the goals leader. Unless he, like, you know, gets his arm sliced off or whatever at some point this season and can't play hockey anymore. As long as he is standing, he will keep playing hockey until he gets the record. And there's no reason he can't just, like, sit in his spot on the power play at 46 years old or whatever, you know, and, like, and chip in a few goals or whatever. He's definitely going to make it. I just don't think it's even a question. Sure. Right, like, if he literally just, like, plays 10 minutes a game, plays on all the power plays, and just hangs out in his spot and fires one-timers, he could probably score 15 goals a year until he's 50. You know, like, there is a scrumming emergence that in my pile, yes. All right, so they Overlord first. We Overlord second. Mortuary finds a Tidebinder. It's not great, but I think we ship it. I think we just do better. Rangers over the Oilers in 7. Heard here first. I wonder if eventually would leave the Capitals and go to a different team. Capitals are bad right now, you know. Here's a Jace. Okay.
Emotions are distractions. Focus on the facts.
If you counter the impending trigger, it just doesn't remove a counter, right? They're just gonna mill me, which is honestly an interesting thing to do with Invasion of Telvat on our deck. We mill both of them, which is very unlucky. So, all right, we're just gonna Portico, frill back, keep it on top. We're gonna exile their graveyard because they can recur this, I guess, and we'll just kill their Overlord. Played Model by Control yesterday. It'll be on YouTube. All the things I'm playing will be on my YouTube, folks. So make sure you follow the YouTube because anything you miss will be there. I doubt you can catch everything, so. All right, so we have Herd Migration next turn for the full amount. They Overlord, sure. The good news is that we Migration this turn, and our Overlord is 1 turn staggered. So if they Sunfall, we get to play Overlord. Unfortunately, the Cottage isn't in play yet. That kind of sucks, but. So we could have maybe worked the Cottage in play earlier, but I wanted to keep trying for big stuff, so. All right. 10 the Herd. They need to untap land for Sunfall if they got it, and if they don't, they were good. The Jace play looks really aggressive, but that's how you win this matchup. You just Jace minus twice ultimate, and you just deck your opponent. So, Bruce said a funny thought. You mentioned the PT is bitten into your time for content. You still produce a lot of content. Like you said, it would be hard to get through all of it. What? They're dead. Cool. Next game. Does Overlord existing impact the future power level of any future domain cards? I doubt they will print more domain cards than standard as long as that card is legal, so it does not matter. No lands, huh? Oh, Karn. Karn the dog. You want something. Karn's got seal feet, yeah. Get like the feet out like this. Marrow said in his blog the domain is working its way towards delicious. Delicious, that means like just always available, right? Alright, so keep this. Zur is so weird this deck with no bindings. Like, we'll play Mortuary. We can analyze the pollen for a plains. Set up for Zur on turn 3, I guess. Yeah, no beans if his deck is really weird, too. It's a really, really weird deck list. Very, very bizarre deck. Search. Alright. Yeah, we build a lot of lands, these Scrylands. Zur animating Overlord's good, but like that's the only synergy, you know? They have Cavern, Horror, and Verge. Double beans. They have an Overlord next turn. It's very bad for us. We draw a Frillback. So Zur just seems bad. Like, we're going to play Zur, I guess, but like doesn't seem very good. This can animate my my enchantments. It's obviously cute to animate Overlords. Spelunking, sure. Just playing Zur and not playing Binding is just so weird. Double Fabled Passage. Alright. We draw Jace. Okay. Killing a Beans just seems almost worthless. They still have a Beans. They have a bunch of cards in their hand anyway. Honestly, the Beans decking them is a viable way to win the game, too. I only have one green anyway, so never mind, we're good. Could play Jace and start plussing it. Makes it vulnerable to a binding. If I minus the Jace on them immediately, it just gives them information about not trying to deck them. It's just like go. We have negate up. We do have the two 12 autos in our deck. It's true. Maybe we should just jam a Jace. That makes like Invasion just like a game-winning draw. They play Angel. Karn, I can't help, man. I'm working. You gotta go find Mama. All right. They just do nothing. But now if I go for Jace, they just negate it. This is gross. All right. I'm just gonna say go. Honestly, I'm almost considering just playing Frillback with no mana up. As a body, I'm going to do that. The worst Frillback of all time, but establishing some amount of a clock seems relatively important. They do nothing again. They waste all their mana. They play it so well. I mean, we can Kaya their Atraxa maybe, but they reveal Jace, Migration, 2 Overlords, and some lands. We're very far from casting Kaya also. Have I seen Teamer Control? No. Cavern on Dino taps that in a gate, which I didn't want to do. Karn, get away, man. When the game's over, I can help you. Let's play any SCGs. SCG what's? All right, they have 38 cards. We didn't draw a land. We're just like dead, honestly. Like, they have Jace. All right, I'm just gonna Jace them and mill 15 and Maybe we just get lucky and draw invasion, I guess.
Phyrexia showed me the truth.
All right, your turn, friend.
Surrender every last thought to Phyrexia.
Cards free. Your daughter likes Karn. Karn just left, though, unfortunately. Here's a mace. They've been Doppelgang. Woo, they're going big. So they have 8 lands and I have 5. That means we lose. I definitely am not a big fan of domain mirrors. If he's got a decks are big at Worlds, it's gonna be a real kind of stinker. Last year, Reed, Seth, and Gab all played domain, and I like domain, but I decided to play the white deck over domain because I didn't want to play any mirrors. How many invasions did they mill? They milled 1 invasion. No blocks. Lush Portico. All right. Play Portico. Bin get lost. Breach of Multiverse just gets countered by negate, so I guess we just kill Atrax and attack, right? Just leave negate up. Like, they're gonna play another one, but like we kind of want them to do that anyway, so. Yes, so the schedule, again, tomorrow's ideally the last day I stream, and then I'm going to be testing at home next week, and then I leave on next Saturday for the testing house. I'll be there Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, decks are due, Thursday, and then Worlds is on Friday. So I'm taking extra time off because I really want to do well at Worlds. So, yeah, the goal is to wrap up content by Sunday at the latest. That's why I've been streaming 14,000 hours this week. That was kind of a gift. They just played that, like, her migration, right? I guess that they were trying to bait out a negate, so they have their own negate on my Jace effect, but what am I going to do? Didn't draw land again. Get some Nicole streams? No, probably not. Who's gonna watch Cassie, you know? They have 19 cards in deck. So if we can draw our other invasion, we could in theory deck them. Problem is if they just have any counterspell, it's tough. So, oh, they have Jace again. All right, I think we're dead now. How many Jaces is that? Is that 3 Jaces? All right, so if you really want to win the mirror, you play 3 Jaces. That's how you do it. 3 or 4 Jaces. So if you're desperate to win the mirror, that's how you do it. We build over our invasion, yeah, the game's over. That's fine. Right, like we have 10 cards now. And they're just going to leave up interaction. We could try and throw back them, I guess. And we'll analyze the pollen. Our deck is 1 Atraxa, 3 Overlords, 1 Sunfall, 1 Frillback, courtesy of untap.gg. Download it for yourself for free, untap.gg. Just gonna exile their graveyard. Maybe the way they have to return is to recur Jace. Alright, well, they have 16 cards to my 10. They have 2 Beans in play, though. And Beans are a major liability in the mirror. You often don't want to play a second Beans because the games come to decking fairly often. Zer's been unbelievably bad. Like... Nissa, Ascended Animist. Okay. Sure. Now they have 13 cards left.
Sow the seeds of perfection into the flesh of the multiverse.
Sack of Planeswalker? There are 9 too, you know, like, so.
I never fight alone.
We draw a Sunfall. Okay. I think we just attack Nissa just to like, and just cast Sunfall. Our goal is just to stay alive, you know, like, so.
This conflict is pointless.
That is the 4th negate. No, only the 3rd negate. If they have 4. So can we beat their entire deck? That's the question.
Our strength multiplies.
Gross. Well, they definitely have another counterspell. World's open deck list, yeah. Alright. 12 cards in deck. Let's see triple Tidebinder. Just kill me. No? Okay. That's a pretty hateful deck list, right? 3 Jace, 2 Tidebinders, negates. Definitely planning on winning the mirror. They're mapping? Alright, binding. 10 cards left. I think at this point we just can't survive, unfortunately, but... Tucker's binding too, yeah. Alright, well, if we drew the last invasion that didn't have a counterspell, sure, but we didn't, so. Alright, this deck seems pretty bad. Like, really, really weird deck list. Let's take a look at it. So, like, I feel like one of the really important things for this tournament is finding the best Overlord of the Hauntwoods, Up the Beanstalk, Leyline binding deck. And this deck has all the look of one of those decks. It just isn't playing Beans or Leyline binding. And I could buy the fact that, like, not playing binding is correct, because it is awkward without Overlord. But then why are you playing Zur? Like, I just don't get it. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. There are good things happening here. I mean, Kaya's pretty cool. Analyze Apollin's pretty cool. But yeah, really, really weird deck list. I'm glad we tried it, but let's move on. So, more to play on stream. You two folks love you. Like, comment, subscribe. You're all great. Peace.